And we are back. Day number 83 inside of our 30K in 90 days challenge. And let's talk a little bit about your light bulb moment so far. Okay, guys, listen, we only have 7 more days left in this whole entire challenge. And I want to talk about where you are and check the pulse just a little bit. But before we jump into it, my name is Tracey Walker. I want to welcome you to one of the final episodes of our 90-day challenge. I am a baseball mom. I am a documented seven-figure earner here in the digital marketing space. I've been able to do really well with the digital marketing skill set and use it inside of the network marketing space, become $1 million earner there, had teams of tens of thousands of people all over the world without doing home meetings and parties and that type of deal. Okay. So it works, and it was working a really long time way before now. Okay. I've also been able to do it in affiliate marketing. So there's no team building. There's no, trying to duplicate, but just literally just straight affiliate marketing, promoting products and services that I find value in and can service a market of people that help them as well. These skills have helped me to be the top earner, the top producer, or one of the top earners or top producers inside any affiliate marketing program I have chosen to associate with. Okay. So it works over and over and over and over. And I've been able to use these skills and create my own products and services, right? So not only just selling and promoting other people's stuff, which I love because there's less hassle, but I've been able to do it myself numerous times. My very first training, I taught people how to generate 20 leads a day blogging back in 2010. Okay, had my first $10,000 day, and it has been up ever since then. All right, guys. And then final thing about me is I'm a marketing automations expert. That means that I do not work hard for my money. I like to work smart. I like to do the work that I need to do because only I can do it. But I also love to leverage tools, resources, systems that do a lot of the heavy lifting so that I can have more time and freedom to do what I want to do, which goes back to what the first thing was that I said, that I'm a baseball mom. Okay, my son is 10. He's on 2 baseball teams. He's on 1 flag football team. He's an A student in school. He goes to the gym twice a week. And, sometimes we have to find time in there to be a mom, to be a parent, to do my own things. I need to get my nails done right now. Okay. And I don't have time to be on no Zoom all week. Okay. Or on the phone while I'm trying to be at my son's baseball game and video him and watch him and be engaged in those moments that I could never get back. Right. I can never get back 10 years old for my baby. All right. So marketing automation is a lifesaver for me. And I've been teaching you guys a lot of how to use AI and some other resources and tools along this challenge so that you too can have the time freedom that you deserve. All right. So let's jump into today's video training, which is, what's your light bulb moment? What has been your biggest light bulb moment? Okay, so let's talk about some five, though not some five. Let's talk about the 5 steps here, okay, or 5 components, 5 things that I want to make sure that we cover so that we are good to go over these final 7 days. All right, as we wrap this puppy up. So number 1, I want to know, what's your biggest growth from day 1 until now? And I want you to go ahead and drop this stuff in the comment section, okay? What's been your biggest growth? Okay, where have you grown the most? Is it in the belief in yourself? Is it in the mindset? Is it in a particular skill set that I've taught you? Is it in you using Chat GPT? Is it in you using automation? Is it in you creating videos? What has it been? Okay. What has been your biggest growth? Maybe it's an understanding of yourself. Maybe it is just you've come to a realization that gonna take more action, right? But I want you to drop in the comments and let me know what has been your biggest growth from day 1 until now. Okay. The second thing, light bulb moment, is our training today. Okay. What are you going to do more of in your next 90 days? See, this 90 days is me and you together, right? We locked arm in arm. Okay. We go together. We go together. Okay. And we've been going together for the past 90 days. Now, after 90 days, that's it. Okay. If you ain't on track, that is it. So what are you going to do once we're no longer together? Are you going to be able to take things that I've taught you and apply them to your life? Or are you just going to go down the tubes as if we never met, as if I never taught you anything, as if I've never been a part of your life? Like you just going to act like you just gonna act like you ain't even know me? What you gonna do? Or you gonna take this stuff and make something of it so that I can maybe be a catalyst one way or another? I don't know. But the question is, what are you going to do more of in your next 90 days? Now, let me remind you, today is October the 2nd. So, we're talking about October, November, December. These are the last 90 days of the year. And whatever you do between now and the end of the year, it's going to show up. Okay. And so, holidays coming up, uh, Thanksgiving, Christmas, these types of things, how would an extra $10,000 be in your pocket by Christmas? How would an extra $20,000 be by Christmas in your pocket? Well, we're teaching you what to do. We're giving you all of the gems, okay? It's all gas, no brakes. And you now have what you need to do what you need to do. I've been talking about it for 90 days. There is absolutely zero way for you to say, I don't know what to do. Because see, that's been working for you before, right? But if somebody goes live with you every day for 90 freaking days, a whole quarter of a year, you don't get to have that anymore. Like I stripped you from that. You got to come up with something else. Like either my mom used to say you'd be going shit or get off the pot. Okay. So what are you going to do more of these next 90 days so that you can actually start walking inside or walking into the life that you know you deserve to have? Okay. So I want you to go ahead and drop that in the comments. Number 3, I want to know, did you reach your goal so far with this 90-day challenge? Or at least up to day 83. Did you reach your goal? And then tell me why or why not. Why and why not? Did you set a goal even? See, a lot of times you don't reach goals because you ain't set them. So you don't have nowhere to be. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got nowhere to be. So you just hanging out on the couch. You ain't got nowhere to be, honey. I got places to be. I got things to do. I got people to see, decisions to make. And if you hanging out on the couch because you don't have nowhere to be, nothing to do, the song you say you got to get up, get out, and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass by. Right? You got to get up, get out, and get something. You and I got to do for you and I. That's the way the song went. Don't y'all remember that song? Drop your goal or drop whether you reached your goal over these past 83 days up to this point in the comments, and then tell me why or why not. So you got to be internal with it. Be internal with it. Okay. Number four, on a scale from 1 to 10, how intentional were you with reaching that goal though? So see, you may not have reached your goal, but let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. How intentional were you with it? Were you for real? Or it sounded good to you? Like you like, oh yeah, I'm gonna set this goal. I'm gonna make $10,000. And then by day 3, you like, oh, I'm sleepy. I'm gonna get up early in the morning and do it. And then you don't get up early in the morning or something happens. You know how life goes. Shit happens. And then that throws you all off track. You know why I throw you off track? Because your programming and your pattern is designed to give you something to throw you off track to see if it can really throw you off track. And if you abide by the rule that you've always abided by, which is this thing's going to throw me off track, what your frequency is showing is that you are not out of the matrix yet. You are still being controlled by your old way of thinking. It's not until you can be presented with something that your old way of thinking prepares for you and you approach it with a new way of thinking. I think it was Albert Einstein that said you cannot approach a problem with the same mindset that created it. You can't do that. So if you have something that's happening to you in your life right now, then you got to change your mindset, because the mindset that created that problem obviously is not the mindset that's capable of getting you out of the problem. So you've got to grow. So were you intentional? Did you really want to do it? Or was you just yucky-docking around? You was playing. You was pulling my leg. But here's the thing, honey, you ain't fooling me. This your family. This your legacy. This your life. This your health. This your wealth. So the game plan is not hurting nobody but you and your loved ones. So if you weren't that intentional this past 83 days, I want you to decide what level of intentionality are you going to bring to the table over your next 90 days. Okay. And let's hold to that one for real. All right. And then last but not least, guys, here's the deal. These last 7 days, um, you know, meaning day 84 through day 90. Um, these days, I'm going to be speaking to you so that you can equip yourself to crush it the last 90 days of the year. All right. And I want you to be able to witness your life change. I don't want you to just, it's one thing to just pray, 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 and you've been praying for 40 years and your life's still the same. Okay. There's one thing to just be saying it. It's another thing to say it, live it. Say it, live it, and be a witness. Say it, live it, and have a testimony. Say it, live it, and, be an example of what it is that you're saying. It's another thing to say it and just be saying it because you feel like you part of the group saying it. Okay, it make you feel good to be part of the group, but the whole group is struggling. So nobody's really expecting anybody to say and do simultaneously. It's just we feel good in saying it. And we feel like we right because we saying it. And the more we say it, we feel more righteous than everybody else who may not be saying it, but we're not gonna do it. We ain't gonna do it though. Okay, we ain't gonna do the thing. We just gonna talk about we know that we should do the thing, and we know what the thing is. That's how smart we are. Okay, we are academia. And doggone it, you cannot out degree us. I've got all the degrees. People get all the degrees. Yet they start their businesses and the degree of hard knocks starts to knock on that door. Okay. So I want you to be equipped, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay out some foundation for these last 7 days for the next 90 days, so that by the end of this year, which is 2024, by the end of 2024, you are ready to rock and roll, and you got momentum. You got momentum rolling into 2025. So you do not want to try to go into the new year waiting until December 31. You want to start running now. You want to pick up the pace now. You know why? Because an object in motion tends to stay in motion, right? An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So if you're at rest right now, your tendency is going to be to stay at rest because that's comfortable. It's physics. It is nothing to do with nothing but the way the world works. But an object in motion tends to stay in motion. So if you can get into motion, a running start right now, October, then that means we're going to have movement going into November. It means we're going to be rolling into November. And it means we're going to be busting down doors into, December, rolling on into January. You're going to be ready to go for 2025. Okay. So I want you to focus on those 5 components as far as your light bulb moment. I want you to drop those things in the comments because I really want to know what, got your juices flowing. I really want to know what inspired you. I really want to know where you feel like you grew the most at, what area of everything you grew the most, because not only will you be helping me to prepare content in the future and to know how well this content has been working, you're really going to be helping you because then you can tap into your strengths and not spend so much time worried about those little pesky weaknesses. Okay, those little pesky weaknesses. Let's focus on our strengths. All right. So with that being said, guys, today has been great. I want you to follow those 5 steps. And before we get out of here, make sure you get your hands on my 7-day daily passive pay blueprint. It is called my free digital marketing blueprint. Okay. You can catch it. You can grab it. You can download it by clicking on the link below right here in the description. If you're watching this over on Facebook, you can grab it. It says get the blueprint inside of the comments. Okay. Inside of the comments. Guys, listen, if you're watching this and you have not subscribed to the channel yet, okay. I don't say it every video, but every now and again, I do remember to say, hey, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. That way, when I go live, you will get the notification and you could be live with me in the place to be and you not miss a beat, okay? So subscribe to the channel, especially if it's been adding some value, especially if you like the type of content that I provide and it's adding some insight to you. You're getting some good aha moments. You're enjoying everything, which I appreciate if you do. If you're not enjoying it, guess what? You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to look at this. In fact, click off. Go ahead, click off right now. Don't even waste your time over here. All right. But for those of you otherwise who do enjoy it, yes, please do me a favor. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and it doesn't cost you anything to get your hands on the digital marketing blueprint. It's the 7 steps to passive daily pay. I want you guys to know the blueprint and the model on how you can change your life. And we're going to be using this heavily as we roll over the next 90 days, okay, through the end of the year. So get your hands on it, learn the 7 steps, and we're going to be rounding this thing on around the corner here on these last 7 days, guys. All right. So thanks for tuning in with me today on day number 83. And I will see you on tomorrow for day 84. Bye, guys.